when you buy a machine tool, it's a big investment, and what you need to know is that the company that you buy it from is going to give you the support and the backup that you need and has the infrastructure. I'm going to talk to Lee here, who's the Technical and Operations Director at Trump. Lee, good afternoon. Just tell us a little bit about why we've got this van in here. Is it just because you didn't want to park your car in the car park this morning? Or?
No. This is an example of a service van that our engineers use. So we bring it in to really show our customers what happens when our engineers arrive on site, that we have all the equipment we need to resolve any issue with the machine, installation, etc. So the engineer arrives with every form of equipment needed possible to resolve those issues.
It's quite, I've never seen a van in a showroom like this being demonstrated in this way. I can imagine it gives engineers quite a comfortable feeling about the business, doesn't it?
Definitely, yeah. I mean, the expenditure that we have to do to actually kit out these vans, because of course we buy them empty shell in a format, and now we have to then install this racking, but it's ease of use for the engineers as well, because they can actually park normally closer to the customer in the main car park, take out the equipment. These drawers actually also come out, so they can say screwdrivers, Allen keys, etc. That's all I need for this mission so far. Take the kit out, straight along with straight to the machine, so it's perfect.
And how many of these vans have you got and engineers have you got in the UK, Lee?
We have right now about 48 engineers, and we separate the engineers into two sort of core skill sets, which is laser, and then the punching and bending machines. And then specifically, we chose 10 years in the past to have a maintenance team. So the maintenance team is 9 people strong now, and they purely do the maintenances. So we don't interrupt installations or repairs. We have the 9 people purely doing maintenance on machines, and they can maintain the full range of our machines.
There's been a lot of developments and a lot of work gone in from your side in the last year, because I remember listening to a presentation from you a week or two ago at a press conference. Give our viewers a little bit of a flavour of what they can expect now from Trump and what has maybe changed recently.
Well, one of the things that we've had is for 40 years really, we've been very centralised. So we're based obviously in Luton, and one of the challenges which is an experience for everybody at the moment and will always be in the future is travel and distance and communication and connection to our customers and also to our engineers, because the engineers are also based all over the country. So we've gone for a centralised, decentralised approach. We now have 2 regional managers. We'll be having a third in the coming months. Those regional managers have a team of 9 to 10 engineers each, and then around 200 customers each. And that means that that manager will be more connected to the engineers in that region, and of course more connected to the customers, so we can focus on the customers. At the moment, it's when we have the managers here, and if we want to travel to visit our customers with the motorways as it is today, in the presentation I was talking about some motorways with an average speed of 25 miles an hour, some motorways with 40 miles an hour. When you add that together, and we're all talking about lean manufacturing and efficiencies, where we're not efficient is visiting customers, because we're losing so much time travelling there.
So will and I'm not suggesting for a minute that your response times weren't good enough, but can engineers now be guaranteed an extremely fast response, getting the right person to the right job at the right time?
We're specifically using the advantages now with technology to really decide where to place our engineers. So we very much can focus using a new SIS platform. In the past I've spoken about SIS2, which is our central documentation system online to know issues of customers, etc. With the new version, we have built-in maps and we understand the customer locations more so and better. And then by having a regional manager, he can react to the situation more fast, more quickly, and communicate to the headquarters or the central office here and say this needs reaction as soon as possible. So without a doubt, we've always spread our engineers for reaction from the engineer. I think it's a focus of the managers to the regions, which has been not as powerful as it will be now in the future.
And this is something that you've rolled out recently, so is it working? Is it in an operation? And are there success stories as a result of this new idea?
I am absolutely ecstatic with how it's gone forward. I mean, the first two people, which is Neil Hinson and Nathan Stevenson, and that's the Midlands and the North, the first two managers, they've been in action since February, and they are already visiting so many customers, having connection to the customers, reacting. We've built a sort of software toolkit of snag list, measures, timelines, so when a customer has a build-up of various issues, they can go through and make sure that we close those responses as quickly as possible and follow up with the customer without a delay. So that this person, we can use Neil as an example, he can visit on the Monday and then see on Thursday or Friday what's happened, how are we doing, any other resounding issues, and it's much, much better.
It's always interesting to come to TRUMPF and find out about the new machinery, the new technology. We don't often talk about this side of things. I'm glad that you've taken the time for us today, Lee, to do that. I'll let you get back in your van and park the car. Thank you.
Go, yeah, no problem. Thank you very much. Cheers.